Previously, in the anime, Nephi said she couldn't use sorcery at all when Zagan asked, but when holy knights from the church attacked Zagan, Nephi got so upset that she was on the verge of killing someone, but then luckily Zagan stopped her, and there she revealed she has power of mysticism, and because of it, people from her village treated her like a monster, locked her up in a cell just because she was powerful, and when bandits attacked the village, Nephi did nothing but enjoy seeing them getting killed, but later she thought she made a mistake and many people died. For that she shouldn't be forgiven, but Zagan tells her to stop thinking in that way and live out her life for him, because he can't imagine life without Nephi. Those words broke her into tears because Zagan was the first person who accepted Nephi for who she is, not for what power she holds, so after crying her heart out, Nephi asked Zagan about his injuries, but Zagan couldn't feel pain at all. So he removed the bandages and saw his injuries had been healed, so he asked Nephi, and she told him she did it. It was the power of mysticism that healed Zagan upon touch, but at night, Nephi came to Zagan and invited him to sleep with her. That was a serious invitation, and Zagan thought about that, but this castle has only one bed and Zagan always sleeps in his chair, so she thought Zagan could rest comfortably in bed besides her. Way to ruin the wild imagination. But Zagan can't leave this room because his chair holds the connection to his barriers. So it is essential for him to stay in this room in case someone attacks them, so Nephi had plan B and invited Zagan to lie down and use her lap as pillow. Zagan knew she won't take no for an answer and goes along. Zagan asked why she did it, so Nephi says Zagan accepted her even after knowing her powers, so she wanted to show her appreciation. But then Zagan told Nephi to learn sorcery because she can't control her powers. It is not guaranteed that learning sorcery would help in controlling her power, but at least she would be able to defend herself. But Nephi wants to learn sorcery to become helpful to Zagan and to protect him, which Zagan tells her she just did this morning, so Nephi made up her mind to learn sorcery to protect Zagan. But then she asked Zagan about the story he told earlier. He described as if he doesn't care if weak people dies. But Nephi thinks Zagan is just putting up a brave front. He looked sad while telling that story, and Nephi saw right through him and told Zagan he's a good guy as he never treated her like a slave even once, and with that, night moves out in each other's embrace, and the next day, Barbossa barged in after hearing about the fight with holy knights. He came to check up on Zagan because he heard angelic knights attacked him and one even holy sword, but Zagan was fine up to down. So Barbossa thought even holy weapons are no match for him, but Zagan says the holy knight was powerful and destroyed many of his barriers, but their Nephi served him tea, and Bro was shocked that Zagan still has Nephi alive. He thought Zagan would use her for experimentation, but Zagan tells him Nephi is his apprentice, because there are many powerful sorcerers where he would need help from Nephi to defeat them. So Barbossa understood it was Nephi who helped Zagan with holy knights, and thought Zagan wants to become an archdemon. That part is true, but not for himself, but for Nephi, so that he could protect her, but chances are low because there are many sorcerers living for hundreds of years. They are above Zagan in every field, so staying alive will definitely give him another chance. Barbossa got what he needed and left. Nephi thought Zagan was comfortable with his friends. Zagan doesn't want to admit Barbossa is friend with that gloomy guy, so to avoid it, Zagan took Nephi outside to teach her about magic circle. With that, time passed, and Nephi was managing her time with her studies, and at some point she started to open up her heart, but she still couldn't control her powers. But she learned magic circle creation at last, and after 1 month after that, a bird appeared to deliver a letter to Zagan. It was from the 12 archdemons, and they invited Zagan to a meeting. He went to their underground base to meet the supreme sorcerers alone, and just from their words, Zagan could feel power emitting from them. He felt like going blank. So he calms down and asked them why they invited him if they just wanted to stare at him. One of the archdemon was amazed by Zagan's attitude. So he cuts to the chase and informs him that he has been chosen to become the 13th archdemon, and for that he would receive the brand of archdemon that previous archdemon left. That brand itself was power, and Zagan saw the similar power emitting from all of them, means that being an archdemon is not a title but the power itself. So he asked why they chose him despite knowing there are other powerful sorcerers. So one of the archdemons says that Zagan is weak, but despite that no one could kill him. Years ago, when he was a child, he was caught by a sorcerer for sacrifice. But Zagan learned the magic circle of that sorcerer with just a glance and killed him. That was Zagan's unique ability. So his secret weapon was revealed, and that's why they chose him for the 13th Archdemon seat. Zagan has the potential to become crazy strong, then that means Zagan could steal their knowledge from all of them as well, so a Lady Archdemon tells Zagan to stay within limits, because even if he could do that, a Wrath of Archdemon could steal precious things from him as well. And that is the nature of being an Archdemon, where he would be filled with danger, but Zagan knew it all along. That learning sorcery means there is no looking back, but he can't drag Nephi into it. So he agreed with that, but only if they give him what he wants. All the Archdemon agreed to his wish, and Zagan then becomes the 13th Archdemon. Then he returns home, and Nephi was delighted to see him. However, he recalls that he can no longer drag Nephi into his future, so he informs Nephi that he has become an Archdemon. For this, he requested the belongings and treasure of the previous Archdemon, and from it he got the key and opened Nephi's slave collar. Then Zagan tells Nephi that he no longer needs her and kicks her out of the house. She was outside in a town, and when she woke up, she thought she had to make dinner, but suddenly remembers that Zagan has kicked her out. For the first time in her life, she found a reason to live, which was Zagan, but now she has lost even that. And unfortunately, our episode 4 comes to an end, but if you missed previous episodes, you could watch in a playlist I created. Playlist link is in the description, so please watch the previous 3 episodes to understand the upcoming story. Until then, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more anime recaps, but for now, goodbye.